time. If you want to create more meaning and strength in any communications and teamwork, show up on time. But guess what? Doesn't that mean something different to everyone? So if you want to create a lot of rapport, respect, and have the best meaning and strength in teamwork and relationships, show up on time. You do it when you have a doctor's appointment, you have to. Otherwise, you miss it and you wait. We do it when you have a first date with someone. You do it when you're meeting a first client. You're doing it when you want to make a first impression. But then as soon as we think we have enough rapport, then we're like, all right, they'll understand if I'm a couple minutes late. There's no rush. You know, best friends are the ones who show up before the party to help set up. They're the ones who stay the latest to help clean up. Act as if your clients are best friends. Do the same idea with them. You show up early, you stay late. I don't know, I'm in here, I'm ready. A half hour early, just in case. I've been asked to start earlier and end earlier. You never know. Plus, I pee a lot, so I have to make sure that I have enough time to do that. How many of you do that? You show up somewhere, you're like, hang on, I just got to go to the bathroom real quick. Right?
Yeah.
It's an honest thing. We all do it.
I've not gone to the bathroom to be on time. I have sat through another before, but that would be another discussion.
We'll get into that later.
Everybody knows the time difference.
Okay, so we'll continue through. Second one is say please and thank you. I know it's simple, but I know people forget it too often. You know, someone holds the door open for you and you just forget to say it. Just don't forget to say that with the most important people in your life. And you know what? It's okay to say please and thank you in new and different and better ways. I went to a 3-hour workshop on acknowledgement to say 2 words, thank you. I learned hundreds of ways to say it. There are so many unique ways that you can thank someone. There are so many unique ways that you can say please and ask for something. Third one, say what you mean what you say, and do what you say you'll do. Another word for it is integrity. I say what I mean. I said I'm going to show up on time. I said I'm going to be here last night. I said I'm going to prepare this. I said we're gonna have a wonderful time today. I said we're going to learn. I said I'm going to challenge you. I said I'm probably going to offend you. I will do all those things. Say what you mean what you say, do what you say you're going to do. It's called integrity, and too many people don't have it. I can't tell you how many people have been to workshops and seminars of mine. They say, oh yeah, I want to follow up. I'm interested in one-to-one coaching, or I want to bring you to my workplace, or I want to ask you a question about that. So I'll say, here's my card. I'm only going to give it to you if you promise that you're going to follow up. I don't waste my cards. They say, okay. Guess how many people I hear from? 1%. 1%. 1 out of every 100 times somebody says that, they follow up. It's incredible. I would never do that. Never do that to somebody, have them waiting. And then I call them because they asked me to follow up. And they call me and they talk to me, why are you calling me? Because you asked me to. You asked me to follow up with you. Remember that a couple of weeks ago? Have integrity. Say what you mean what you say. I mean, this is my greatest frustration when we talk about getting enraged and just getting anxious about something. That's my frustration. Not showing up, not being present, not committing, not having integrity. Don't do that. Say what you mean what you say, do what you say you're going to do. The next one, seek first to understand. I've been talking about this. This is a huge part of the foundation. This isn't mine. This is Stephen Covey. I believe it's Stephen Covey, right? It's habit number 5, seek first to understand, then to be understood. Ask a question. Before you give a comment, a complaint, a criticism, ask a question, just in case, so you can understand what's going on in their world, in their reality, what's happening with them, before jumping down their back. Next part of the foundation is treat others with grace, dignity, and respect. And when you think about these 3 words, what do they really mean to you? Grace, the opposite of clumsiness and treating people like you're just going to walk all over them. Dignity, giving people benefit without the doubt. Not of the doubt. I don't even know what that means. Benefit without the doubt. And respect. What does respect mean to you? How can I respect you if I were to treat you with respect? If you don't know, how can I do it?
You don't respect yourself.
Be open and honest, because without it you have nothing, you have no relationship. If you're lying in the relationship, you're probably lying to yourself, and you're doing it way too often. Be open and honest. I'm the kind of guy who's too open and too honest, and it gets me in trouble, but guess what? It's also gotten me out of trouble. So sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. We just have to learn when is appropriate. Last one, be a chameleon. This is called adapt, adapt, adapt. Everyone has their own values, everyone has their own communication style, everyone has their own beliefs, everyone has their own rules, everyone has their own thoughts, their own reality, what's going on, what happened yesterday, what's happening tomorrow, what are they thinking about right now, did they have to go to the bathroom, are they hungry, is it too cold in here, is it too hot? It's about being a chameleon. It's not changing who you are, it's adapting your style and being like the other person when you need to be. Not changing your personality, it's about being like them. I mean, why are you here? Why am I here? Why did you pick me? Why did you say, yeah, we should bring Joe in?
Because I learned.
You learned. And what if you hated me? Would you have learned?
Hate's a very strong word.
What if you couldn't stand me? What if I smelled really bad, I looked really bad, I hadn't shaved in 7 weeks, and you just didn't like, my jokes weren't good? What if everything about me you just couldn't stand?
Well, then I wouldn't have paid attention, I wouldn't have learned.
Wouldn't have learned, right? So it's not the fact that she learned, it's the fact that she liked me. Right? As strange as it sounds, you're still sitting in this room because you like me enough to sit here. And I usually say this later on throughout the days in other seminars, and people are like, what? Isn't it true though? If you didn't like me, why would I still be here? Why would you be here? Rosemary would have gotten up and said, oh, I'm sorry, we can do this on our own. Right? But there is something, it's not the information, there's something about the rapport that we have. There's something about me being a little bit like you. Finding similarities, understanding where you come from, where I come from. I'm speaking in your language. I'm not over the energetic, over the top, because everyone else is sitting down. Just wait till you stand up later on. Right? I need to have enough energy for each and every one of you, but you're sitting down, so I don't have to have too much energy. It's about being a chameleon, adapting your style. You've noticed that if you're loud and energetic, I'll probably talk to you that way. If you're soft and quiet, I'll probably talk to you that way too. And if you haven't noticed that, maybe you'll notice that the rest of the day. It's about being a chameleon.
Is it really liking though? I mean, that's a little hard for me to swallow because you can adapt to someone even if you don't like them, especially at work. You don't have to like everyone at work, but you do have to communicate.
Sure.
And so I think I like your point that you adapt. So somebody's sitting down there more quiet. You don't come in and get in their face kind of thing. It's so I might not like them, but I have to work with them. And so where do I find the common ground in style that?
Sure.
I mean that's sort of how I'm taking that versus.
Sure.
And that's fine. Other people can like them.
Yeah, you know what?
But
You don't
I don't
have
really
to be
look at it
friends
like
with everyone.
like
Yeah, you don't have to
dislike,
like everyone.
Yeah.
But it is about being more like them. Because if we were total opposites, if you couldn't stand me, I mean, how many of you believe opposites attract? It isn't true. Not even a little bit. I'm a contrarian. I usually say the opposite of what everyone else says. Similars attract. We like people with similar values, similar beliefs, similar thoughts. We like people. There's no way I could be married to my wife if I wanted to have 0 kids and she wanted to have 3. We'd have to compromise. We'd have to come together. We'd have to be more like each other. There's no way we could have bought a house if we didn't have those things in common. No way. There's no way we could be living together and doing what we do. There's no way I could work with people that I can't stand, that I have everything the opposite of. We like people who are like us. The problem is if you have the same values, same beliefs, you finish each other's sentences, you go to the movies, you talk about the same things, eventually one of you is unnecessary. It becomes very boring. Similars attract, opposites keep it interesting. We only learn from people.